Alrighty, lesson 22 is all about multiple fractional factors. Let's go ahead and copy down the question together, and then we will hopefully understand what multiple fractional factors refers to. So go ahead and copy this on your paper. I was going to say your screen, but hopefully you're writing on a piece of paper. Might be slightly easier. So 56 over 27, 14 over 21, and 15 over 22. So usually what we would do is multiply all the numerators, so 56 times 14 times 15, and then all the denominators, 27 times 21 times 22. But that would give us a very, very big number. So let's see if we can simplify any of these fractions before we get started. Now here's what's kind of cool. Usually when we simplify a fraction, let's say 10/15, we'd say, oh, okay, but both of these can be divided by 5. So 10 divided by 5 is 2, 15 divided by 5 is 3. So another way of writing 10/15 is 2/3. So usually that's how we simplify a fraction. Now here, we don't have to stick with just one of these pairs. We can actually take any numerator and any denominator and divide that. And that's because we are multiplying all the numerators and then all the denominators. So it really doesn't matter which order we multiply them or which number goes under which numerator goes over which denominator. Let me show you what I mean. So let's look at 27 and let's look at 15. So those are in different fractions, but they're all part of the same problem. 27 and 15 can both be divided by 3. 15 divided by 3 is 5. 27 divided by 3 is 9. So even by just simplifying those two factors, we have a much simpler problem. It's much easier to multiply something by 9 than 27. Let's see if there's anything else that we can do. Well, right here in the middle, we have a 14 and a 21. Those can be both divided by 7, right? 14 divided by 7 is 2. 21 divided by 7 is 3. Way more simple. Now, can we divide 56 and 22 by anything? Do they have any common factors? Well, they both are ended in even numbers, so we can even just divide them in half. Divide them by 2. So 22 becomes 11, and 56 becomes 28. All right, well that's looking much more simple. Then what we would do is multiply 28 times 2 times 5. That's 280. And then 9 times 3 times 11, which I need a second to work out. You can go ahead and solve that as well. 297. And that would be our final answer. So you could have just multiplied the original numbers, 56 times 14 times 15, and 27 times 21 times 22, and then reduce your fraction. But thinking ahead and simplifying the factors before we even start multiplying makes it much simpler. So this is still a crazy big fraction, but it's not as big as it would be if we had to multiply those original numbers. Now, one last thing. You might see a problem like this. So 26 over 30 times 21 over 39 divided by 4 over 15. So whenever you see division in fractions, don't forget you need to change this to a multiplication sign and then write the reciprocal of this fraction. So instead of times 4/15, so you'll say times 15 over 4. So basically change the sign and flip the fraction. Whoops, you don't have to flip the screen. I don't know how to make that go back. Anyway, well, should figure this out. It's okay. This has been lesson 22, learning about multiple fractional factors. And just remember to simplify before you begin multiplying to make it much easier. And then don't forget, if you have any division with fractions, you have to change that to a multiplication sign and write the reciprocal of that fraction.